Welcome everybody, my name is Dominique and today I will be guiding you through a mat Pilates inspired core practice using a mini soft Pilates ball. Once you have your mat rolled out and your mini ball handy, we will go ahead and get started in a supine position. So let's go ahead and get in there together. As you bring yourself to the mat, your glutes will be on the earth, feet are planted, knees bent. We'll take the ball and place it in between the legs, arms alongside the legs, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the back, and roll yourself down. Once you're on the mat, your hands can plant and then start to walk your heels a little bit closer to the glutes. We'll take just a few moments to connect to the body with the breath before we find movement. So you can keep the hands exactly where they are or bring them to the navel space. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, empty the breath completely. Then together we inhale through the nose, open mouth, sigh, release. Really bring awareness to the breath as you inhale through the nose and as you exhale and let it out the mouth. You can even close your eyes if you would like. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Two more just like that. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. If eyes found their way closed, begin to flutter them open. Find a natural cadence with the breath and then start to cultivate the lateral breathing. So the expansion of the rib cage out towards the sides on the inhales. Then we all bring our hands behind the head with an interlace of the fingers. Tick-tock the pelvis back and forth until you find a neutral position. Knit the ribs in and squeeze on the ball. We inhale here with the back on the earth. Exhale, lift the chest so the shoulder blades come off the mat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep moving here, keep breathing. As we move, you might notice that you start to loosen the tension on the ball. Just reconnect to that. Squeeze on the ball. Engage through the inner thighs. And breathe. Each time you lift, really think that you want to bring the chest up towards the ceiling. Really rest your head heavy into the hands to help avoid straining through the neck. We have a few more here. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. On 1, hold and squeeze at the top, little pulse up and up, lift. Then see if you can start to squeeze on the ball as well. So the same time that you lift, you squeeze the ball. Lift and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the back down to the earth. We'll lift the feet off the earth, point through the toes. This time you'll have a little bit of an imprint of the low spine into the mat. Really knit the ribs in here. Our abs are gonna wanna splay up towards the ceiling, so try to keep the control. Then as you exhale, tap the toes to the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. If you would like, you can close your eyes. I notice that whenever I keep my eyes closed, it really helps me connect to the movement and to connect to the muscles. Slow and controlled here. We want to try to keep the knees in line with the hips as we lift. I know sometimes the knees go past. It's really easy to do that. So see if you can just check in and bring awareness there. There's a lot going on. We're squeezing on the ball. We're knitting the ribs in, and we're also tapping the toes down to the earth while keeping the low back imprinted on the mat. We have a few more here. Last 5. Last 4. We have 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. So we'll lift the legs up and then lower the feet down to the earth, place the heels on the mat. Now we'll alternate between the chest lift and the toe tap. You'll inhale with the back on the earth, exhale to lift the chest. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift the legs. Inhale, lower the feet. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the feet. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the feet. We keep moving through this. There's tension on the ball the entire time. Embrace the shakes. Really connect with your breath. We're halfway through this combo. And then we're going to move the ball below our tailbone and do a little bit of different work with the spine supported in a different way. So we have a few more here. Last 3. Really control the movement. Take your time. Last 2. 1 more full round here. And then once the feet are on the earth, release the ball from in between the thighs, soles of the feet together, knees fall out to the sides. We take a quick stretch here. Allow the inner thighs to stretch. You can keep that ball on top of the belly button if you would like. We're going to use it right away. And then start to bring the legs back together. Heels are planted, soles of the feet are planted on the earth. Then press up into a bridge. Take your ball and place it where you would normally place a block for a supported bridge. So it'll be right on that space between your tailbone and your sacrum. You can always adjust if you need. So once you lower the hips onto the ball, feel around. You can start to feel where you need to place the ball to be the most stable. And then once you're ready, you'll lift the feet off the earth. Know that at any time as we move, you can always get rid of the ball, adjust the ball, do what you need that works best for you. Then we'll go ahead and bring the arms up. We move into a one-sided dead bug. So we'll start by extending left leg and right arm. And then we lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. So you'll notice that the ball really challenges the stability here. Core is working just a little bit more to keep the pelvis stable. Keep breathing. Keep the ribs knitting in. We're halfway through on this side. And then once we're done with our full rep count on this side, we will move right to the other side. Last couple of reps here. 1 more. And move right to the other side. This time right leg and left arm extend, then bring it in. Right leg and left arm extend as you inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Keep breathing, keep moving. Really try to keep the pelvis stable. And if the ball starts to move on you while you're moving, you can always adjust it back. We're about halfway through on this side. Try to stretch as long as you can when you inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Last few here. Again, you can always close the eyes. That'll make it a little bit more challenging. Last two. Last one, and then we go right into an alternating. So this time it'll be left leg, right arm, lift, then right leg, left arm. Left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. Keep alternating back and forth. Really check in with your ribs. What's going on? What can you change? Check in with the pelvis. Do you need to adjust? Really focusing on the instability of the ball and creating stability with our strength. We're about halfway through these. Keep breathing. Three more on each side. Last two. Last one. So everything comes back to center. You can make a little adjustment of the ball if you need. And then we'll go ahead and extend the legs up towards the ceiling. You're welcome to keep your hands alongside the body here or interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. As you start to move, you can try one on for size and then switch to the other if you would like. Point through the toes and we start only on the right leg. You'll lower right leg and lift. Really checking with the stability. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Make sure your core is staying engaged. About halfway through here. Last 5, and then we switch to the other side. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, then we switch right away and lower left leg and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Really working to keep ourselves stable. A little bit of a different type of core engagement here. We're halfway through here. And then once we're finished on this side, we'll go right into an alternating movement. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. As the left leg lifts, go ahead and lower right. As right leg lifts, lower left. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Connect with the breath. Cultivate the mind-body connection here. Ribs are still knitting in. Every few reps, check in. We have 3 more on each side. Last 2. Last 1. And then we meet with both legs up towards the ceiling. If your hands are behind the head, bring them alongside the body, palms press into the earth. You might have to scooch the ball up a little bit more for this one, and we're going to do a reverse crunch. It's a very, very small movement here. So you'll lift using the low abs and release. Lift and release. Lift and release. Keep breathing, keep moving. We have just a few more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend at the knees, lower the feet down. Same way you came in, you'll come up. So you'll press through the heels, lift yourself up, remove the ball. Ball comes back in between the legs. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Create a little bit more space between your heels and the glutes. And as you exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Keep the ball where it is. We'll flip onto our hands and knees into a tabletop. Tuck through the toes, hands are underneath the shoulders, and then hover the knees off the earth. Press up and away from the mat, separate the shoulder blades, core is really working here. Then we'll lower, tap the knees, and lift. Lower and lift. We have a high rep count here. So keep breathing, keep moving, gazes down to the earth, neutral neck. Keep the ribs knitting in. We're almost halfway through. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, walk it into a plank, hold here. Breathe, then lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep breathing, keep moving. If it's too much in your shoulders, come down, take a break, and then get right back into it. Whew, this one is definitely a killer. It's our last exercise for this practice. We're halfway through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yes you can, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, remove the ball, sit back into a child's pose. You can take another round of cleansing breath with an inhale through the nose and an exhale out the mouth. Whew. That last one was definitely a killer. Allow the breath to slow. Then once you're ready, begin to press your way up. You can move the ball off to the side. We will not need it anymore. And then we'll just take a few stretches through the core. So we'll come back onto our backs, extend the legs out, arms overhead. Find length all through the spine, stretch long, point the toes. Breathe. And then release, walk the feet back in. And then press your way up onto your forearms and then all the way up onto the palms. You can bring the fingers out towards the sides of the mat, press through the heels, reverse tabletop, lift yourself up, and then you can floss forward and back if you would like. Then slowly release down, let that go. You are done with your core practice for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you enjoyed this flow, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.